with my second YouTube video, the part 2 of my December daily flip through. I had to use 2 albums because we had a lot of things going on in December and a lot of things I wanted to record. So if you didn't get a chance to check out my first one, go and check that out. And this is part 2. This album is a Simple Stories Snap album. It's just a black and white stripe. And I don't really have an intro page for this one. This just happened to be this page, which is a part of a divider, which I actually realized I forgot to put the date range on, so might have to go back and do that. But I just used this paper from Great Papers, Fa La La, and this printable from, I think this was a Kelly Perky printable. And then this is kind of my planner spread. I did this style for my December daily last year and I just really liked it, so I did it again. Just kind of decorated them simply and fill them in with some of the different things we do and try to kind of vary how I put them in and such. This day I was documenting day 11. I was documenting, well, 1, how we went to look at Christmas lights, and 2, how we kind of have family rivalry. My husband and I and my daughter all like the Steelers, and my son likes the Broncos or the Patriots. So I turned the photo black and white so that it would be easier to scrapbook, but they just kind of talk about how they had a little family rivalry, and it's all in good fun. But this little embroidered patch was from Felicity Jane. It just worked really well here. And I think this card was probably an Ellie Studio one. I said in my last video a couple times that most of my stuff is from Ellie Studio, Felicity Jane, Great Papers Fa La La collection, Kelly Perky's printables, or in a creative bubble. So that's pretty much, you can bet my stuff is from one of those places, or old stuff from my stash, like this paint chip card. And then this page, day 12, I use these numbers. These are Ali Edwards numbers. It was just talking about how Jonah made a list for Santa, and he asked me for help on some of the spellings, but then did some of the spellings himself. So Super says S-O-O-P-R, and I just thought that was adorable. And I obviously couldn't include the letter because I had to send to Santa. So I just took a picture of it and it was really cute. And then just used some of these different embellishments. This little kind of ticket type thing I think was an integrated bubble one, and just added some other little goodies around there. This, I think, oh, this was day 13. The 13 is right here. You can't see it very well, but it's a little gray 13 number. It was Cocoa Day, so I wrote Happy Merry Cocoa Day and put this warms my heart because cocoa's warm. I just thought that was a fun little thing. And then I was talking about our presents over here. It's kind of round 1 under the tree. There was still more because we had grandparents send more, and Chad hadn't wrapped his things, and there were a couple of things that hadn't made it under the tree yet. So that's why I kind of called it round 1. And then used this really cute circle from Felicity Jane that said P for presents. And then this day is a total non-traditional spread about how we went to Trampoline World, or Sky Zone. I always call it Trampoline World. It's blue and orange colored, so it is a blue and orange spread, and thank goodness for Ellie Studio and some random orange washi tape that I have, because I don't know that I would have had a lot of just blue and orange stuff to scrapbook this with, but I think it turned out really well. And I just kind of made this as a collage just in Photoshop, which I used to format my photos to print them, and I just made them in there and just attached it with the little Avery adhesive labels. I think these are the 1/2 inch maybe, and just used them to adhere to kind of give it some more length, I suppose. On this side, I kind of did a little collage about this day, which was probably 14, because it was Thursday and Friday was the 15th. I think that's right. But I had just taken a photo of the view from out the window, and I just wrote, ahead today was over here, which I stamped, but I kind of had to write over because it wasn't the most perfect stamp ever. And then a little screenshot of the weather, and just some little embellishments, and I made this super cute card inspired by who I'm always inspired by, Andrea. She did something similar to this with the Illustrated Faith printables from their print and pray shop, these washi kind of paint strips, and I loved them, so I used those. And then I added a little bit of my own washi, some of these little plus signs from the Reset Girl sticker kit, and then one of their little banners from the Reset Girl. And on the other side is my dog. He's just looking super cute with a 14 there, because this was day 14. And I was just talking about the weather and how we had to bundle up to go to school and run errands because it was chilly. And I kind of used some different colors because I had the different colors going on in this Fall Law card, which was an integrated bubble one. And then this spread is about us making cookies with some friends of ours. They all kind of made cookies together, and so I used this really cute card from the Reset Girls print and snip shop. And then some of her little like layering circle and little heart. And I used this stamp, I think it's an LA Studio stamp that says Create Wonder, Share Joy, and I kind of made a border out of it with the different, like the second stamps on there. So I just thought it turned out really cute. I thought this card was really cute. I think it's a Kelly Perky one that says eat, drink, eat again, eat some more, and be merry. And Ellie thought that, you know, her job was just to eat the cookies. So she did a very good job at that. And I used the little cookie circle from Felicity Jane. They had a whole set of those little chipboard circles. And then I kind of just made this card from an old greened patterned paper I had. And then this really cool kind of pattern making stamp from LA Studios Christmas stamp. And then this is just a backer for a full photo I have on the other side. And this paper in the background is an LA Studio. And then this card and these little things are from the Reset Girls print and snip shop. And I just put a little tag in here. I think just did some journaling about cooking, baking. Turned out cute. On this side, I included this photo of me that I took, and I just really liked my hair this day. It turned out really good, which I just have special hair, so it doesn't always turn out very good. Just was really digging my hair that day and just added some more of that white pom-pom trim because it just looked really nice and a good contrast. And wrote the day 15 over here with those big Ellie Edwards number stickers and used some twine to kind of make a messy circle. And then this was the day we got our little puppy. She was a surprise Christmas puppy for our son, who's been asking for a little dog, a little lap dog, for a long time. So we got her this day, but we had him go spend the night at a friend's, so he didn't see her until my husband came back, and he wasn't coming back until late that day, which was Friday. So kind of just some photos and some journaling about her first day home. When in doubt, snuggle it out is what I wrote there, because she was just snuggling with my husband. She was really, really attached to him that evening. And then I used this really cute card from, I think this was an Ellie Edwards card, it just says Operation Secret Santa, and I cut down the photo of Wicket, which is the dog's name, sitting in that chair, and it just turned out really cute. And then here is Jonah with his puppy, really, really happy. This is his happy face. We did a really cute video of his reaction, and he was so excited. But he did cry because of the name I had picked out for her. He thought it was a horrible name, and how could that possibly be her name? So he named her Wicket after the Ewok in Star Wars, because she looks like an Ewok. And then her middle name is Rey after Rey in Star Wars, so she is Wicket Rey. And I think I wrote that on this side, Meet Wicket Rey. And this is another page I kind of scrap lifted from Andrea. She did something similar to this, where she did the folded corner, and it looked really cute, so I liked that look. And I wrote favorite gift given because she was our favorite gift this Christmas. And then I just did a day 16 because this was that next day when we had given her to him. And then this vellum piece is just a Felicity Jane vellum piece cut from a bigger sheet of paper. And then this was also day 16. Did a little bit of baking. We made biscuits and gravy, and we made some cookies for a holiday party. And I don't do a ton of baking, so I felt like that was pretty, I don't know, momentous, I suppose. On this side, this was Sunday, so this was the Patriots versus Steelers game with the dumbest game-ending call ever. So I used this little card. This might have been an Ellie Edwards card, and to kind of write about the progression of how the game took. And then I put the biscuits and gravy photo over here because I had room over here. So it worked. It was kind of a big deal because I found a dairy-free biscuits and gravy recipe, and so I made them all from scratch, and I don't do that super often, so felt like a big deal. And here Wick is sitting on my desk right here, actually, just watching and helping. She's very cute. And then my little divider for the third week, the 18th through the 24th, and this background paper is, I think, a Felicity Jane, and then just a little puffy deer from Crate Papers, Fa La La. And then this is kind of the third week and the different things we had going on, just some different stickers and writing about what was happening. And then this side, I just threw this little cluster of things together. It doesn't entirely coordinate, but I kind of saw the red peeking through in the back and then like the green paper, and I was like, hey, this will work, even though it's not from this page, if that makes sense. But this is just this is Felicity Jane paper and an LA Studio card, and then this little memory strip is from the Cherish collection from the Reset Girl. And then I wrote about, I had this movie night card, which I don't know who that's from. I want to say LA Studio. But I wrote about how we went to go see Star Wars with some friends. And this is my friend Rochelle and I. We got a picture with BB-8. So that was fun. And then this day we made gingerbread houses. And I just did this Holly and Jolly memory stamp right on the photo. It didn't do the best stamping job, and it kind of lifted the ink, the top layer of my photo off a little bit, but it is what it is. A little bit more journaling about how we did gingerbread houses for the first time this year. And then this little printable card from Kelly Perky. I did a lot of these now looking through my whole album. I did a lot of these skinny inserts with the white numbers on them, but they just worked really well. So this was day 19. This big label was a Reset Girl label, which I just love those. These little skinny 3x8 cards are in a creative bubble, and it just worked well opposite this simple little insert, which is about Jonah's Christmas list that he wrote for Chad and I about the things he wanted for Christmas. And he wrote it while my husband was in the bathroom, and he spelled everything himself, and it's just the cutest stinking thing ever. So I just did a little bit of journaling about that. And on the back, it's hard to tell. I hope you can see it okay. But I just hand lettered 20 because this was day 20. Day 20's insert. And then this side was, I just did a little spread about the music we kind of listened to this season. My daughter was really into Little Drummer Boy and Mary Did You Know, so we played those a lot. And then just some photos of the other albums we listened to. So this was my day 21. And then my day 22 was about some of the movies we watched this season. I felt like we didn't watch all that many Christmas movies this season, but these were a couple of the ones we watched. And then my little day number. I did this little day number on this banner from the Reset Girl, and then did the 23 and just outlined it so it popped just a little bit more. And there's a photo of Arrow and Wicket just kind of trying to share a bone and figure out how to get along. And then this starts the Christmas Eve spreads. I did several for Christmas Eve because we were at my parents' all day, and several for Christmas Day because we had a lot going on Christmas Day. So there will be a couple for those. And I used this card, which I've had for, I think since last year. I think it's in a Creative Bubble one. The photo of my daughter pushing her little dolly. I got them these little matching jammy sets. They're just really cute. These red buffalo plaid flannel nightgowns, and then a photo of my son and my husband together. And then this is kind of, I think I might have done this last year, I don't remember, but it just works really well because Christmas Eve ends up being kind of a full day, and so I wrote about the different things that we did. And this is my dad and my son, and so I just wrote Pops and Bug because that's what we call my son on that little card. And then just some more photos from the day. My dad and my husband sitting on the couch on their phones. Little goobers. And then the Jaeger schnitzel we made for dinner, which is like a German breaded pork chop, which we all voted as a family, and we decided we wanted that over a traditional Christmas dinner. So that was really, really yummy. And then Wicket snuggling with my dad, who will go to the grave saying he's not a dog person, but Wicket has a way of charming those to like her. So I just wrote a little bit about what we did that day and did a little bit of clustering. In this little page, I had a photo of, like a silly photo of Ellie and Jonah. And I didn't necessarily need it to be center stage, and so I kind of made like a little window for it and thought that was just fun. And then here's the cuter of the photos. I got several of them in front of the tree, and they in their Christmas jammies, and it just looked really cute. And I just stapled this chunky striped ribbon to the top. And then this is just, you know, our little family. My husband and my daughter and my son and I standing in front of the Christmas tree at my parents' house on Christmas Eve. And then this was just kind of a decorative, I just decorated that side because I did this on the other side. And this was kind of all of us, and then my parents with the kids, and my dad, Ellie was picking her nose, and my daddy was making a goofy face. So that's my family. And now that I'm looking at this, this is the 23rd, and I'm wondering why I put that before the 24th. So I will have to go back and fix that, or the 22nd. So that's even 2 days. Interesting. I don't know what I did there. But there's my uncle and my daughter sitting on the couch watching a movie, because I told her she couldn't watch a movie, and my uncle, you know, goes and puts a movie on for her anyway. And I just circled the little 22 here. I think that's a Felicity Jane card. And I have this little journaling tag about how our Christmas Eve was just, or our Christmas, like our family Christmas thing wasn't, it was kind of a weird night with my whole extended family. And so I wrote about that a little bit. I didn't want that to be, you know, super out in the open. And just kind of a filler spread on the back with just some different, I had this Christmas quote I liked, and just a couple cute cards. And this is some more from Christmas Eve. I printed a lot of the photos just as 2x2 so that I could do a big page like this. Wow, I just goofed that up. I include lots of different little things, glimpses of the day. And then just kind of a filler spread on the back side with lots of different things. The circles from Felicity Jane, a little washi from the Reset Girl. This is an LA Studio little label. These are a couple old things. I don't remember where they came from. So yeah, lots of fun goodies. And this is just kind of this is my week divider for day 25, which is Christmas. So I just clustered some little things together, and this page really warped for some reason, so I don't know. That was a special one. And just did my little, since Christmas was on a Monday, I just included the one side and just wrote, Merry Christmas, Jesus is born. And these are lots of little tags. Andrea and I, she came out here to visit with me and do some scrapbooking after Christmas. And so we did this page together, inspired from Essie Ruth. And I just put the little photos on the back, and then either made or used some different cards on the front, and just kind of stuck them all in there and used lots of different ribbons and just lots of different fun things. And I wrote Pull Me, because, I don't know, maybe people wouldn't know. And then, see, this is where the album gets chunky. This is the Christmas morning mess, which I love to get a photo of. I love all the wrapping and boxes and stuff just everywhere, so I make everybody just leave it for a minute and I can get a photo. And this is a funny shirt I got my husband for Christmas. It says I flexed and the sleeves fell off, and he has very large arm muscles, so that just made me laugh, and he thought it was pretty funny. And then this is my big old present that my hubby got me. He got me a Shark robot vacuum, and it came in a big box. So I took a picture of that because I just, you know, it's cute. And then there's my daughter in the background, like putting her arms up. She's excited about something. And then just some more photos from the day. My son opening a bone for Arrow that he got him. My daughter riding her scooter with her mini helmet. And then again, just some more photos. This is... oh no, those are two separate photos. I thought it was one going all the way across, but it is not. It looked like it there for a second, though. Actually, I think it is if I put it the other way around. And I think I goofed that up. Gotta love looking back and realizing all your mistakes. And then our family photo that we took that morning that just turned out really sweet of all of us. And then another shirt I got my hubby that he wanted for Christmas. It has college crossed out and has enlisted on there because he enlisted in the Army right out of high school, but then he went back later and got his college degree, so he just always I don't know. He liked that shirt. And they knew he was wearing his beard mints that someone from work got him, and he's a goof. And then we have some friends over on the evening of Christmas or in the afternoon to do like a happy birthday Jesus cake and kind of just hang out. So this was a photo of us getting ready to blow out the candles because we forgot candles. And I just included this little timestamp. I borrowed that one from Andrea. And then this was us all snuggled on the couch for our kind of group selfie that we have been taking every year. And I just used this old evening card. I think that might have been a Studio Calico card. And then I put the rest of our Christmas cards in here in just a 6x8 page protector and just put a paper clip at the top so they wouldn't all fall out. And that's part of why this album ends up as thick as it did. But I love it, and I love looking back through it, and obviously I have to go back and make a couple tweaks, but I love how it turned out. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and please just let me know if you have any questions, and I hope to be doing more videos for you in the future. Bye!